who did the dissection of the dead bodies first in the classroom, and then without thoroughly washing the hand, pardon ice water or whatever, and they examine the mothers, and then they transmit the bacteria to the mother and the guy. So that's today we just common knowledge. Everybody knows it. At the time, it's a big discovery. And after that, they set up a very rigorous, sanitation procedure, and the death rate decreased to almost 1%, 0.9%. It's really, really important. You can see. I know you're talking about some people took pills to make them feel better, even took drugs, marijuana, whatever, to make them feel better. But medicine is not really about those kind of things. The medicine, the majority of the medicine, how to do medicine, you really take care of the basic needs of the human body. And you don't have it, you just, you can imagine that, how the, say, lifespan of people have changed from almost 30, 40 years old, in average, to 70, 80 years old in average. And that's another reason why Social Security may be bankrupt.
Well, but it's worth thinking about, because it truly is, though, how we think about the medicine. It is how we're using it, but as a crew, you go to your doctor requesting certain medicine because of how it's going to make you feel. I mean, there is no denying that, because I don't know.
That's for everybody. I think for most people, you go to the hospital only when you are sick, right? You don't just want to feel better.
I don't know how many doctors you're talking to.
I don't know.
I think part of the thing has to be considered as far as medication. The topic is a natural selection as far as natural selection. To me, two people break a leg. One person's diabetic. They both got a broken leg, but you treat it differently. You're going to treat it with pain meds. If you're going to go in and somebody, that same person breaks a leg and also has renal failure. So sometimes the holistic approach as far as medications aren't specific for that type of illness or secondary illness that you may have. So the finite part of medications is essentially geared to what specific ailments that you have, considering you have more than one, possibly four. So it's not necessarily, it's certainly a functional, and this is where the science versus holistic approach, in my opinion. And Western medicine has its advantages, so that the quality of life, which we all want, may also mean the quality of your life in the sense of health and longevity. And it's not necessarily because, yes, we go to doctors and saying, I'd like some Adderall because I've got some studying to do. And the thing is, we may have additional problems that maybe we're not aware of. And that, for example, I'm epileptic. I said it's Adderall. I go to my doc. It affects the possibility of me having seizures. So there's still, part of the feeling better we may want, but it also may have to be directed or monitored or directed in a way that's going to be appropriate for that individual. Which I think, again, in a holistic approach, is a very general. I don't know a whole lot about it, but to me, it's a very general approach to treating symptoms versus the disease, the actual disease.
Okay. So, we've kind of been touching on this, but I've hesitated to just say it, but, there's this new wave of the law of attraction. And I know, it's kind of, flimsy and whatever, but it sells a lot of books, and there's people talking about how it really works, and part of what interested me about the law of attraction was that you attract everything to you. You even attract sickness to you. And if you have cancer, you somehow attracted that to you.
Wow.
And it's that's basically what they're saying. And you stop and think, well, if people are professing that this works, where does this fit into what we're talking about? Because there's, I think to a certain extent, I would say that you manifest things in your life. Just like people will say things are all about perception. It's how you perceive the situation. So where would the law of attraction, or where would this new wave of thinking fit into what we're learning
My,
about
my,
the
my
brain.
question is first, okay, what are the evidence to support the new wave of law of attraction? Some people, I'm sometimes amazed about so many people are attracted to the new theories and just dismiss the old sciences. But really, what are the support? There are always new waves, this new wave, that new wave, almost every year. But why should I believe it? Have you ever asked the question, why should I believe it?
Because I'm writing a book.
Oh man, there's so many books there.
I spent a lot of time on it, man.
Everybody writes a book, right?
Like the mama says, you want change.
So you just want to be different.
Because everybody wants to have that, find that one, the one cure. It's always something, the one cause. It's always, nobody's really satisfied, and with the medicine and the mind, I think that they treat both. Going back to that really quick, I think that they treat, you go to the doctor, oh, I feel this, oh, here's this, It's like they have their pad and they write it because they feel if your mind, even if you might not really have something, they might just give you something.
And just to speak to that,
Yeah.
the whole placebo effect
Yeah,
is
placebo effect,
scientifically
that's right.
proven to actually have an impact.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It's through the mind.
And they're thinking of physicians are thinking of actually prescribing placebos now.
Yeah, I saw the recent article, yes.
To respond to what Tanya was talking about, this brings me to the whole free will issue because this law of attraction thing and these books that are written now about, which I think point to our obsession with our own self-importance. And so, and the idea
How
that...
dare you, Lynn?
The free will notion for me is, and I believe in it, so I am, therefore I am, or whatever he said in the book Dennett about I am what I am. And I believe in free will, therefore I have free will. And so the law of attraction thing is if you make choices, and it's also, maybe there's a karmic relativity here too, so that whole ideology wherein you get a cycle in motion. And then based on your action, it causes a reaction, which then causes another cyclical, and it's a whole cycle. Like, don't you ever meet people that just somehow have that essence of negativity, that somehow they seem to have attracted every kind of negative outcome to their choices. And you're like, dude, just make a new choice, right? And they can't do it because if you talk about that whole determinism ideology, that then the cellular functions of that particular organism are developing and evolving at such a way that that's the energy that they're attracting or something. I don't know.
Yeah, there's a choice to live in that way, right?
There's a choice, right? That's free will. It's choice.
But I
They're not
think,
reply.
I totally understand that. But why it keeps sparking in my head when we're talking in class is because the way I understood it, and I didn't read the full book, but like I just, I don't know, I didn't have the. But anyways, what I kind of got out of it was like there's this X factor.
Yeah.
It's not just okay. I'm better to people, therefore they're better to me. It's not like what I'm doing is causing an effect. There's this something
So
that's coming into it that we've kind of like all somehow touched on. Like, okay, but